All right, there, everybody. So I'm going to do a recap today, and I'm doing a recap on a stock that actually popped up kind of late on my scanner. Um, FSR. Now, FSR is a stock that I had on watch a few days ago, three days ago, and I think I traded it, and I didn't trade it for a heck of a lot of profit. I had a level at $19 on it, and I don't remember, the level was back here, and it was on this day right here. And I had a level of 19. Let me go back and look here on this day. I think it popped up in the afternoon. Let's see, let's go to the 10-minute here. Yep, there it is right there. So I did trade this. It was on the 24th. And I got in at 19 a share. And I don't remember if I took profit or I took loss on it. But either way, it was either a small profit or a small loss, either way. But then you can see in the afternoon on the 24th, I left it like 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning on that day, which is usually when I usually leave. It's about a quarter after 11 today. It's a little bit later than I usually stay. And after I leave, of course, it made a nice, $4 run there. So it popped up in the scanner again today. And I took a look at the chart and on the daily chart here. You can see it went up and then it hit a high of 2470 or so, 2480, and is now pulling back. Now it's consolidating, which it is probably consolidating. And so what I'd like to see on this thing is a bull flag set up so that, after it decides to break out, after it consolidates for a few days, it breaks out and breaks up to the upside. So this is a stock that I'm going to keep on watch for a while. And so I decided to trade it today, even though it is in what is possibly a consolidation range. Fibonacci's work really well on consolidations. Let me put the fib up here. You can see here it spiked through the 61.8 fib. And my level, that's strange. Let's see. To the top. Here, this is, so I need to go to the top of this close right here. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. Well, anyway, I don't know where. I'm not sure where this Fibonacci is coming from. What did I do to get this Fibonacci? Did I go there? To the bottom of this candle? Well, gee whiz. How did I draw this Fibonacci? Okay, well, anyway. I had a Fibonacci on it that made sense at one point in time. Well, so today's entry on FSR today. Let me get rid of this one. Ignore this one. Yes. Today's Fibonacci, it was down here. Let me put the horizontal raise back up. 2099 isn't correct. 2160 is not correct. That's not the Fibonacci I had on it. The 2126 is the Fibonacci that I put on it today to play. You can see it went down here to 21. Well, I bought 1,100 shares. Let me pull it up. Desktop, documents, downloads. Here we go. I bought 1,100 shares, and I averaged in between $21.26 and $20. Staggered every other penny between 21.26 and 21.02, something like that, for 1,100 shares. And you can see here, and the reason that I decided to average into between 21.26 here and 21 is just because it's so close to the big round number of 21. You You can see here, let's see, the low on this candle right here is $20.99 is the low right here. And so I was like, okay, well, you know, 21.26 is so close to $21. I'm going to start. I averaged into 1,100 shares, 100 shares at each, every other penny, until I got to $21 roughly, something like that. And it worked out. I had to wait. You can see here, it came down. It came down through my Fibonacci, hit 21 even, then popped up again. And I was willing to give this one a little bit of time. I've noticed that it trades along with the S&P, along with the SPY. And so the SPY, at roughly the same time here, the SPY's relative strength on both the 10-minute and the 1 minute was bottoming right here. You can see here, relative strength was bottoming here on the 1 minute. So it's like, okay. And then relative strength on the 10-minute right here bottomed out right here. So it's like, okay, you know, this thing is FSR is trading coincidentally with the with FSR. FSR is trading coincidentally with the SPY. So it's like, all right, let's see if the relative strengths will play out for me. It's a Friday, light volume. So there's a statistic actually that, and I did the statistics myself. I did the analysis myself. I went back, I think it was 20 years, and every Friday, I went back. So today is the 26th. This is the last day of the trading month, but it's not the last day of the month. If you go back and you do the statistical analysis for the past, I think it's 20 years, the last trading day of the month that is on a Friday that is not the last day of the month has a 60% chance of being a down day on the S&P. And the down day tends to get started up after lunch. So by about 12:30 to 1 o'clock, statistically speaking, the SPY will take, starting at about 1300, will just start to slide down for the rest of the day into the close. There's a 60% chance. There's a 40% chance, and actually, you know what? I should pull up. I have a lot more statistics on just that. That's the main one that I remember, though. That it's positive. It closes positive for the day. There's a 40% chance that happens. So you can see here that FSR is doing a pretty good job. Let me pull up the 10-minute again. FSR is doing a pretty good job of coming back up over the level that I had at 21.26. I sold it, so the bottom of the opening 10-minute candle is right here at 21.60, and it came up here and it started to consolidate again, but I couldn't tell if that was going to be a consolidation point or just another, spot for it to continue a downward move. So I wasn't really sure. So it did a nice job of breaking this downward trend line here and then launching back up. But while I was trading it, it was impossible for me to know that this was going to be another consolidation point. And I'm ready to go home. This happened after 10:30, so I'm kind of staying late here. So I dumped it, I think, right here at the close of this candle at roughly 21.63 here. And now I'm just calling it a day. I was watching it for a little bit longer to see if there's going to be another trade there, but I don't want to stay that long in the office. So, all right. Yeah, I'm calling it a day here. Carvana came almost down to my price. I almost got an entry here on Carvana. The low here was $265. And so it was about $1 off of my entry. You can see here, it did a pretty nice thing where it showed you too, it double bottomed right here. So after it turned around, so it came down to this price, came back up again, and then went down again to test this low and didn't make it and turned around. And the entry, if I really wanted to take the entry, it was, this is already after 10:30 again, the entry was right here at 275.47 if I were going to play this according to the momentum rules. I didn't, it's up another $14 right now, so I probably would have traded 50 shares of this. That would have been a nice $700 trade, roughly, if I had gotten all of this move that it's currently in right now, which I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have gotten out of it right around here somewhere. Who knows? But anyway, there's always a trade somewhere in the market. And so Carvana, I missed out, but it's okay. FSR popped up, is looking really good. CCIV, I have a really low level on CCIV at 2373. It didn't come anywhere close to that number. LIXT, so LIXT is offering, it's got a 20 million mixed shelf offering, and I don't know why anyone is excited about biotech, a small cap biotech that is raising cash because it's keeping its head above water. It's just going into more debt. Meh, all right. I didn't trade it. It just didn't really do anything for me. AFI. Now, AFI made a really interesting move here, but I wasn't paying any attention to it. Its adjusted loss per share was $1.37, and that's probably better than expected, but I don't care. I'm not going to trade it. This would have probably, this breakout here probably would have sucked me in. And it went from 505 to 519 and then came back down to 483. I would have had to have ditched it. If I'd gotten in on this trade right here at this point, this is a little bit too tough. This isn't really good momentum to try and trade. It's only, a range here. Let's see, a range of 73 cents from top to bottom right here. And really unpredictable. There was nothing really good on the small cap momentum scanner this morning. There are a couple of ideas, but nothing really worth looking at. Nothing worth committing any money toward. And so also, like for example, LIXT right here. So the entry on LIXT on the 1 minute right here would have been at 640. And it ran up to as high as 720. That's what an 80-cent spread there. So this would have been an okay trade. And then it's really quite obvious or not obvious, but I mean it's really quite typical that the target would have been 704 here, and you can see. So it broke above and had momentum from 640 up to 704. And I probably would have been able to get, if I'd gotten in at, say, 650, and then I probably would have, gotten out of this thing really close to 7. So there was a trade there, real fast, but I wasn't paying attention. So I was looking at FSR, and I like FSR a lot better because, well, I like momentum trades, but this, again, LIXT doing a mixed shelf offering, whoop-de-doo, I don't care about a mixed shelf offering. If they come out with a cure for cancer, then let's trade. But we're going to issue more debt and more stock. And it's like, yay! I don't know. People traded it though, and so I hope people made money. Let's see. Back to FSR here. FSR is doing a really nice job of recovering from these lows down here at 21. All right, everybody, that is the recap for the day. I can walk away, from this day. This is $500 a day is what I'm aiming for right now. Not quite there yet on average. But you can see here if, there are 250 trading days, and if I can pull down 500 a day, that's what I'll be pulling down a year. And that's respectable, One day I'll be an excellent trader. One day I'll be a phenomenal trader, and I'll start doing 100,000 a day. Yeah, times 250 days. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for right there. 25 million a year. All right, everybody. Good luck out there. Have fun and have a great weekend. Click subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Out.